No, he just had a tough day. I thought the big play of the game was not turning the double play. I think it was Piscotty hit the ball. Jake struggled through the 5, but could have got out of it with nothing, and then we could have moved it along in a different way. But that play really gave them some momentum, and their guy pitched well. We did not hit the ball as well as we possibly can during this series. We didn't score enough runs, understatement. So give them credit. They really pitched well. They played well, and they beat us fair and square.
Arrieta hasn't been as efficient in the last few starts, maybe about 4 out of the last 6. The pitch count has gotten real elevated. Is it just a command issue? Guys not chasing?
Fastball. Just the fastball. I don't think he's getting it where he wants to all the time. And when you don't, they're not going to chase the other pitches. You could talk about every pitcher that way. Every pitcher that, like Kyle right now, is having great success with his changeup because his fastball command has been so good. Same with Lester. Johnny Lester's fastball command has been so good. Lackey, that's why you see other pitches becoming more pertinent. We just got to get him back with his fastball command, and then he will just take off again. Not at all. Excuse me. I don't think so. He was able to get in better counts. I think that you would see them chasing pitches, the slider being more effective. But they were in a lot of good counts. And even when he get to 1-2, it'd come back to 2-2 because the ball would be a ball that they didn't even have to offer at. It was never a strike. It was a ball out of his hand, those kind of things. So he just has to get back to fastball going where he wants to. Once he does, it'll be exactly the same as last year. Excuse me.
Montero's status for the road trip?
He's fine. PJ just came in and said, it looked awkward when they went out there. He said he heard something pop, but they came back in and all the tests are good, and he felt fine. And as of right now, I don't anticipate anything wrong with him tomorrow.
And Contreras just keeps on impressing.
Great at bat again. Works good at bats. He's got that take charge attitude. The kid wants to stay here, obviously.
Joe, can one at bat change it out in a 12 bat? Can that change it out?
Who was the 12 pitch at bat to? I'm sorry.
Diaz?
Yeah, he's swinging the bat well. I've seen it happen absolutely with even in the beginning part. We've done it. Dexter's gotten off and long at bat. Hayward long at bat. It can really it puts a strain on a pitcher when he has to throw a lot of pitches early in the game or in an inning to get him out. The other thing is I just think it looks like Jake's working too hard to get his outs. If you remember last year, really pitch efficient. I defended the fact he pitched a lot of innings but did not throw a lot of pitches to pitch a lot of innings. This year he's throwing more pitches to pitch in fewer innings. It's just exactly the opposite of what he had been doing last year. So old scouting adage, if he's shown you it once before, he's going to show it to you again. He's physically fine. The stuff is outstanding. It's just about command of his fastball. Honestly, man, I'm fine. The first 2 games we played really well and lost, and those are actually tougher to deal with. Today's game was just they just clubbed us. That's just give them credit. They're swinging the bats really well. Moss made some really good plays in the outfield, having not played out there for a while. Give the guy credit. They played well. They played well and they beat us. And that's it. That's all I got. I mean, you're gonna lose some games. They came in ready to play. We were also. We needed to at least get one of those first 2 because they beat us up pretty badly today.
Are you surprised Grimm has struggled as long?
I am. Again, him, especially against the left-handers. I like that slot with Moss, Molina, Wong, and it just did not want to play out. He's a big part of our bullpen. We need to get him right, too.
No injury or anything?
Not at all. Not at all.
On the other side of some
Excuse
of
me?
these things where you're the team kind of chasing that leader,
Mhm.
and it's mid-season, a long time left to go in this season. But does it do something for the chaser when they can come in and sweep like this?
I think it's always wonderful if you're going to somebody else's ballpark and win like that, no doubt. But like you said, there's a long time left. We're not taking anything for granted on our side either, man. We got to play. It ended up being a 500 homestand. Our sights are set higher than that. But you can't be upset with that either. I mean, Pittsburgh left feeling the same way that we feel right now. It's just how this thing rolls back and forth. We got to move on, and we have a long road trip. We'll be ready to play. We got Johnny tomorrow, and happy about that. But I don't get, as you know, too involved or emotionally upset about these kind of moments. It's going to happen. It happened. You move on. Right.
You think that permeates through your group?
I do. It's funny you say. I mean, I don't know why, but when it was a game, HBO series, it was Joe McCarthy called one of they had a video somehow, or calls one of the players. I think it was McCarthy. He calls a player over, and it was one of his favorite players. He says, "What are you hitting?" And the fellow says, "I don't know. How many home runs, RBIs, whatever. I don't know." Then he says, "Good," and he just pushed him away. And he says, "That's why I love him." Was it Joe Gordon? Okay, that's why I love him. And that's it. I mean, KB just comes to, I think all our guys do, and I love the fact that we've really emphasized enough the day-to-day component where the guys really understand and believe in it. And that's it. I mean, go to Miami right now. We got the 4 games here. They're playing well. Miami's a good ball club. I was looking a little bit about their lineup. Their lineup's nice. They have some guys that can hit down there. They got some pitchers too. So it's going to be a tough series, but you just got to move on. You just got to drop it and move on.
Rizzo's fine, just took him out during the break.
His back was a little bit stiff. That's why I took him out. You could just see from the dugout, I could notice that he wasn't, I think, for instance, the ball in the dirt, double play ball, more than likely he would have caught that. But he just looked a little bit guarded, so I wanted to get him out of there.
You expect him to play those?
It's day-to-day. I don't know yet. They're pitching a left-hander Chen tomorrow, so it might not be a bad day to give him off, but I'll look at it.